Good morning, guys. Another episode on the water with Humminbird and teaching you guys how to use your units to the best of your ability. Today's topic is 360. This is on the front of my boat, so this is bow mount 360. Okay, had a lot of questions about it. How is it practical? How is it useful? How is it going to help me? And some of you guys that have the unit, what am I seeing? You know, what am I looking at? It's not really, you know, dialed in or helping me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my settings of how I've got mine. I'm going to show you some other options you can use, and then I'm literally going to go down this bluff bank in this small river that I'm in right now, and we're just going to see what's down this bank. Okay, and this can be used for shallow water and deep water, but today we've got shade on this side, so literally we're just going to go down the bank. I'm going to show you how it would be practical in a shallow water setting, but I want you to understand that 360 is not side imaging, it is not down imaging. Okay, you're going to see things a little differently, so don't try to compare and contrast every single thing that you see. Okay, and also the main thing that it gives me on a constant basis is a better understanding of my surroundings and my environment. Okay, I understand what's going on under the water when sometimes I can't look on the bank and see what's happening up in front of me. So let's get down to the unit. The camera's going to stay right on the unit, and I'm going to show you step by step where my settings are and what you can do to get your 360 dialed in on your Humminbird. Okay, so let's hit the menu button one time and see where I've got my settings. Right now I've got my sensitivity on 7. We're looking at a 50-foot range. I close the range down when I'm fishing shallow water like this. I like amber 2, and right now I'm on fine fast as far as my speed goes. Let's go down and let's hit the 360 enhance. That lets you see my contrast is on 15 right now, and we're literally just going to troll down this bank, and I'm going to show you kind of what we're looking at, what's going on around us. Okay, this area right here, that is literally dry land. That's how close I am to this little bluff wall here. Okay, you see here we went by a pretty good sized log. Look at that big boulder we just went over. Great big boulder. Okay, we're in 5 foot of water, so if I was throwing a crankbait down this bank, you know, that would be what I would want to see up ahead of me. Right here I can see something looks like a you know, a target of some sort, maybe a tree. There's nothing sticking out at me, so let's hit the zoom button one time. We can see that there's a log right there. There's some broken gravel, broken rocks, busted rocks coming off that bank. See, there's that log again showing up even harder. Okay, now as we keep going down through here, we can do some things to get different results. Okay, let's go up here and let's change this over to slow. Okay, see how much slower that sweep is? Now look at it when it returns on some of these big busted boulders. And these are boulders right here that are going to be 4 or 5 foot deep. So if I'm throwing a wiggle wart or just a spinnerbait or a buzzbait or something down through there, I can see those up ahead of me, and I can make exact cast on that before I run over it. Okay, see, when I turn it on slow, see, I get a little better definition when I'm going at this slow speed. Another thing we can do, if we're just going to go down a bank like this, hit the menu button one time, go to isolate sweep area. Right arrow over. Now look at the options you've got here. We can adjust the position, we can adjust the size, and we can set the area how we want it. And it shows you exactly how to do that right there on those features. So we can span this out, turn it over just a little bit like that, hit the check mark, and we're looking forward right there. Zoom that back down to 2 times. And we don't have to worry about what's behind us. We can just keep worrying about what's in front of us as we go down this bank. Okay, other things we can do. Let's go back to our sensitivity and watch how it changes. If I take that sensitivity up higher, you will see how much brighter these returns are. Okay, so the softer the bottom I'm in, the more I'm going to crank that sensitivity up. Alright, so let's go back down just a hair. Go back down to 360 enhance. As we take that contrast up and down, you can see what I'm doing. Take that contrast up and down. See, when I get too far down, it all washes together, okay? You got to get that sensitivity and that contrast on polar opposite ends of the scale. Sometimes you want sensitivity up and contrast down. If I was in mud, on a mud flat, which is out to our right, this is all mud out here. That's why you see very little return. Every now and then there'll be an isolated log like this one here. See that big log laying out there? The other thing we can do, let's go back. When you hit the menu button, you can go right back and it'll say resume full sweep. That takes us right back there, okay? That's zero zoom. That's right back to where we started. As it starts to refresh there, watch as I zoom this in. Look at the detail that we change as we zoom in. And use that zoom button all the time, guys. This is 8 times zoom right now, okay? This is showing me exactly what's underneath my boat. Okay, so that was the video on 360 shallow water application, just kind of showing you some of my settings and some of my steps. We're going to do some offshore video later on, showing you some brush piles and some different things, but that's kind of what you're looking for right there. So play around with it. Don't be afraid to adjust things around and get it to your liking. It will help you. You will be able to make more precise casts. You will be able to make more efficient use of your time on the water. Thanks and enjoy.